Hey everyone, this is Ken, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on a modern slaughterhouse. Now what's great about this, guys, I wanted to make this as realistic as possible, but I also wanted to incorporate tons of redstone to make this fully functional. Now what we have here, guys, is a slaughterhouse that literally kills cows, chickens, pigs, sheep, and I had enough room to even squeeze in a mushroom cow to get mushroom stew. Now, if you look inside, guys, we have complete new designs here that I wanted to incorporate and make this as efficient and as modern as possible. Now, if you notice, guys, we have one section here for the cows. And over here, we have an identical style for the pigs as well. Now, the cool thing with this particular style, it works for all, well, for at least the cows, the pigs, and the sheep. Now the cool thing is we got this little space underneath that allows us to feed the animals so they can breed. And with the trap doors, the way they set up, the baby pigs will actually fall right underneath, but the adults will stay on top, allowing us to go back and forth and breed them at ground level and not use any kind of water system to push them off, which is fantastic. And the cool thing is, if once you're close enough, you can actually gain the XP from breeding them. Now the way we kill them is, we hit this button and the lavas will pop out. But they're only specifically designed to kill the adults and not the babies. Because sometimes you might have some pigs that are adults and some are babies and you don't want to kill the entire squad, just because. Now the same format goes with the cows as well. As you can see immediately, once you start breeding them, the babies fall right past that trap door, because they're smaller than the hitbox. And it really creates a nice realistic effect to it, which I love. Look, that's awesome. And once again, once you press that button, the same effect happens. So it allows you to see the babies on the bottom and to still have full access to the adults on top. Now, once we come down here, guys, you'll notice we have some more different farms here. Now we have here is a fully AFK chicken farm, which also cooks a chicken. Now I added some cool little features. Of course, all the chickens will go right in there, with the cooked ones, and the feathers. And we have a manual reset button right there, because sometimes the lava will pop out and get stuck there. And it's always a pain to correct that issue. But with this system, guys, all you have to do is press that button. It resets the system and corrects it so that it can be back to its normal state. Because sometimes it happens, I know it has to deal with a lag issue, or sometimes you get too many eggs popping in at once. Now we also have a sheep farm to get those muttons, to get the meat and the wool as well. And it allows us to breed it just like the previous ones. And the cool thing with this, guys, the same style works for both. Well, pretty much for all of them. They all end up falling straight down here to the bottom. Well, the babies do. And of course, once we press that button, the lavas will only kill the adults, which is great. You want this to have that realistic kind of slaughter feel to it. And I wanted to really make that as much as possible to the mechanics of Minecraft. I wanted to make this work with Minecraft and make it as realistic as possible to the settings. Now over here, guys, we got some storage right there on the side. And we have a dual furnace system here. Because you never know, sometimes you want to cook something or smell something really quick, but you always want that option of having a nice little furnace system right in front of you. Now with this style, you can just toss it right on top and all the items will go directly into that side dropper. And when you're ready, you can just take it right out. Now, guys, you can use a chest as well, but I'm also going to show you different styles to create that furnace system. But once that time comes in the tutorial, I'll explain a little more in depth how that works. Now we just fast forwarded a bit just so that the animals could fully grow, but the ones we just breeded. I'm going to show you how this works. Now once you press the button, the lava goes out for a certain amount of time, long enough to guarantee that every time you press it just once, the animals will die. And that light indication system let us know that the items are going directly into the chest the second we kill them. See? And they're cooked, which is awesome. Now, especially with pigs, I've seen a lot of systems where, some people have to press the button multiple times to make sure they die because they end up surviving the actual fire blade. But with this system, guys, they're always going to die 100% of the time, because what we have here is a long delay, meaning that the lava comes out, stays out longer, and then turns off the second it's done, which allows every animal to die the same exact format with no issue. And even with the sheep, you get the same result. Check it out. Once we hit that button, the lava pops out, it kills them, and once again, their items will automatically go to that chest right in front of you with that light indication letting you know what's happening, you see? That's great. I love it. And once again, if you want to breed more, you can just go do the same method between that crack and really just start, replaying or repeating the same format. Now, all the way on the other side here, of course, we got some more storage over here. And what we have right here is a nice little horse garage. See? And the cool thing is, it allows you to walk in with no problem, so that you could go on your horse. But once you want to come out, you just hit that gate and walk right through. Now, the great thing is, once you walk towards it, you have enough space here that it won't kill you. It's about a 3-block high, and those half slabs won't affect you. And the good thing about that pressure plate is it allows you to go in, get off the horse, and come in with no problem. Now, on the right side of it, we have a mushroom farm, as I like to call it. The reason I call it that, it's a very simple design. What we have here is a dispenser with a button in front of it with a bunch of bowls. So once you press it, you get a bowl, and you have an unlimited supply of mushroom stew. So at this point, guys, I will be putting a full list in the description of the materials you need, and also pause the video so you can set this up before you even start. Now, once you've done that, guys, we're going to go right over here to the right hand side, and we're going to count, okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, on the 7th one, you're going to break that. And you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in total length, okay? The width of that should be 6 wide. Then you're going to break this all the way straight down till you get all the way to the end. Right to the cobblestone, right there. Then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 6 in total because we didn't add that side. Right till you get to the grass. And of course, you're going to dig that out. And you're going to empty this space out, okay? So you're going to dig that down 3 blocks deep from ground level. Remember that side on the right hand side should be about 6 wide. Now pause the video because I know that takes a little bit of time. And you're going to go right over here to this side right here. Now we're going to start setting up the farms. Now you're going to place a block right there. A redstone torch right there. Then you're going to place 15 blocks, 15 pieces of redstone dust in a straight line. These, of course, the signal strength can only go that far, you see. Then in front of it, you're going to place some repeaters, like so. And you're going to place some blocks right in front of each repeater. So it should be a total of 15. Then you're going to add some redstone torches right on top of it. And some blocks right on top of that redstone dust. Well, redstone torch, I mean. Sorry if I'm getting a little tongue-tied. It happens. It's been a long weekend. Now at this point, guys, you're going to place a repeater right there going towards the block. And 3 blocks right there with some redstone dust on top of each one. Then you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks in a straight line. Right in the center. And you're going to add 3 repeaters like so. And you're going to put them on 4 ticks, okay? So make sure that each repeater is on 4 ticks on the last delay. Then you can place a block in front of it, put some redstone dust, with a comparator right behind it. Then you're going to add a dropper there, and a hopper going towards that dropper. Then inside the dropper, you're going to place 1 piece of dirt. Then starting from that block right there, you're going to place a few blocks in a straight line, about 4. And from that block, you're going to place a redstone dust there, a block in front of it, a repeater right in front of that block, and a block in front of that. What this is going to allow is to create that extended pulse that we need to create that lava blade to come out a little longer and stay there and then retract. Now, parallel to that dropper we first put, well, the hopper, I mean, you're going to place a dropper right there, and you're going to place a block there, there, and there. And you're going to delete this one block right there. Then you're going to place a repeat, well, let's delete that. You're going to place a redstone dust there and there. A comparator going right there on the left hand side, going towards that block. And a repeater right here going forward. And a block right in front of that repeater. See? Is it okay to create a miniature item elevator? Now you're going to place a hopper there. And pretty much extend the hoppers all going towards that one in the center, okay? Until you're parallel to the last block, see? And of course, you're going to repeat that on the opposite side. So place a hopper going forward and make sure that all the hoppers are going towards that direction. And of course, they have to be parallel with the redstone torches right next to it. Then on top, guys, you're going to place your dispensers. And at this point, we're going to work on the one right next to it. Now, because both systems are right next to each other, they're going to be set up slightly different. So you can place 15 blocks like so. Redstone torches on top. Bear in mind you're one block in the middle. See that gap right there? Make sure you have that. Then you're going to place some repeaters right there like so. Going towards forward. And redstone dust right behind it. Because of course you want these things to connect. Then you're going to place a block right there on top. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a straight line of blocks. And a block right there between the torches. Then you're going to add a repeater there with a redstone torch on top like so to activate the redstone dust. Now the reason this is set up differently is just because they're right next to each other. Then once again you're going to add that redstone dust in a straight line. You're going to add your 5 blocks in the middle. Then you're going to add a repeater there on 4 ticks and 2 more right behind it, both on 4 ticks. Then add your block behind that, and you're going to add your 1 comparator. And over here, let's delete that. Add your 4 blocks right there. Add a redstone dust there, a block in front of it, a repeater on 1 tick, right there, and a block in front of that. Once again, you're going to add your dropper and your hopper going towards it. Now, of course, put 1 piece of dirt inside that dropper. Now, at this point, guys, you're going to place a block there and a dropper facing upwards parallel to the hopper. Now, you're going to place your block right there with a comparator going forward. Place 2 blocks right there. You're going to delete that 1 block and add some redstone dust there and there. And a repeater right there to capture the signal and activate that redstone dust to send the items upwards. So make sure there's a block in front of that repeater. Now once again, you're going to add some blocks on top of each redstone torch. And of course, extend that all the way straight across. Then on top of it, guys, you're going to add your dispensers. Which is fantastic. That's awesome. Now at this point, place a hopper going towards that dropper. And a hopper line. Like so, going towards that middle hopper, you see? And they all have to be parallel with the dispensers. Once again, repeat that on the other side and extend that all the way straight down to the end. Perfect. So you should have this kind of look at this point. So it's really coming together, guys. Now you're going to get some, what I used some stone brick. And we're going to wrap that right around from that point. And just cover this up and wrap it right around to the other side. See? And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Fantastic. At this point, you're going to place 1, 2, 3. And what I like to do is, guys, I like to add some glowstone in between to really light everything up. Now, you don't have to. That's completely optional. So add 3 blocks there, well, 2 blocks. Extend the glowstone right across on top. And add 3 more blocks right there. 1, 2, and 3 for now. Now, parallel to that dropper with the comparator, you see? Right there, you're going to add your large chest right there. And in front of it, you're going to add a redstone lamp. Sorry about that. Once again, we're going to repeat that process. We're right where the comparator's at. You're going to delete that block, add your large chest, and in front of it, add your redstone lamp. Because that's going to get activated the second items start going through. And the cool thing here, guys, right in front of the glowstone, you're going to add a trapdoor. Right across on both sides. Now, once you've done that, you can just close it. And you're good to go. Look at that. And on top of it, I like to add a light, or pretty much a bright color, just to really make everything kind of stand out a little more. So in this particular texture pack, this is the default pack, I actually added some quartz. Now, this is very important, guys. Right over here, make sure you add a sign. It's very important. You're going to have to crouch here, even add a sign in front of that chest, and extend that right across to the other side. You see? And if you want to, guys, you can even delete these blocks and add some quartz there to really make it stand out. The reason I like that is because white is a very clean color, and especially with industrial farms, you want it to have that kind of clean look to it. Now, as you can see, guys, we added our fence, or our signs, right across on both ends. And at this point, take your time, because in each dispenser, you're going to add 1 bucket of lava. Awesome. Now, once you've done that, that's pretty much a tedious part. You're going to place a block on top of that dropper and a button right on top of it. What that's going to create is a quick pulse to activate the entire system. Now, once you've done that, you're going to fill in right here. You're going to place whatever material you want to use as the ground and just cover that up. And let's cover this up as well. And over here, you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of spruce wood. Now, like I said, guys, you can use whatever you want to use. But what I used was some spruce wood to really add some kind of barn-like, feel to it. I mean, you want to make this a combination of both modern and realistic. So, I kind of like to add a little bit of both to really spice it up. Now, once you add your blocks right there, you're going to extend this top row 1 more time right across. And you're going to fill in the sides with some glass blocks. Fantastic. Now, right over here, guys, you're going to add 2 rows of glass blocks right across, like so. And right here in the center as well. Just to pretty much divide both farms. Now, of course, you can repeat that on the other end. Add your glass blocks, extend it to one end down to the other. And add your second row right on top of it. Perfect. Now, right over here, you're going to add a half slab right there and extend that right across. Because what that's going to do is going to allow you to breed the animals without them having to come out. And on top of it, you're going to add another row of glass blocks so that you can see the animals and see how many you have. And the reason I like to use glass is because it really makes it look nice. I mean, it really makes it pop out. And right on top of here, you're going to add your oak wood planks. The great thing with this, guys, we have a combination of the spruce wood and the oak wood to really contrast each other. So it's going to look great. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to do it, guys, but at this point, make sure you put your animals right on top. So right over here, guys, we're going to add our our sheep, and our cows like so. So we're going to have pigs and cows here, but you can either add pigs as well if you want to switch it up. And right on top of it, once you're done, you have all the animals that you want to put inside. Add some glowstone right on top of it. Or a block of your choice. Like I said, it's your choice. I like to use glowstone because it lights everything up. And of course, cover the ends like so. You see? Now, once again, guys, if I'm getting my words wrong here and there, I'm going to be honest with you. I've done a crazy work hour shift, so I'm a little tired. But don't worry, guys. I love doing this. I want to make something great for you guys. Now, once you've done that, you're going to go right in the back over here. And you're going to cover this up beautifully. And the cool thing is, it's going to look as if it is completely compact and nothing's behind it. And the whole point is so none of the redstone gets exposed. Now, once you've done that, you're going to line this up parallel to this one. You're going to delete that block. Extend it all the way to the other side so you're parallel to the other spruce wood. And of course, make a 6 wide gap. Then of course, we're going to do the same exact thing, guys. You're going to dig about 3 blocks deep. And you're going to replicate the one next right in front of it. So add your block there with a repeater. Add 3 blocks there. With some redstone dust on top. Add a redstone torch right there. And add 15 blocks of redstone dust right on top. See? Right across. 15 blocks. Then you're going to add repeaters right in front of the redstone dust. And some blocks right in front of it. Then you're going to add your redstone torch right on top of it. And some blocks on top of the redstone torch. And you're going to add your dispensers right on top of that as well. Now right here in the center, guys, you're going to add your 5 blocks right across. Then you're going to add a comparator right there with a block in front of it. And 3 repeaters on 4 ticks right in front of that. So make sure it's on 4 ticks. Then you're going to add a block there and extend it right across. Add 1 block there and there. Add a repeater in the middle going forward. And some redstone dust right there behind it. Because you want the comparator to activate both. Then add a dropper there with a hopper going forward. A block right there. And a dropper facing upwards. Then you're going to add a comparator right there. And add some blocks on the side here. Add some redstone dust there and there. Then a block in front of that redstone, like so, with a repeater in the middle, you see? So I want you to create this layout. Then you're going to add a hopper behind that dropper. And of course, extend it on both sides. So you have a line of hoppers going towards that middle. Now once you've done that, you're going to do that same process on the other side as well. And of course, extend that right across. Then you're going to wrap this around with some blocks of choice. And of course, extend that all the way to the other side. And a block right there. Now at this point, guys, we're going to add a half slab right across. And in that dropper, you're going to place 1 piece of dirt. And you delete that one right there, parallel to the comparator. Add a large chest and a redstone lamp in front of it. And right there, guys, you're going to add your button with your block. And of course, cover that up on both ends. Fantastic. Now the reason you use half slabs, guys, because you're going to use that for the pigs, okay? So make sure if you plan on changing it up a little bit, make sure you use half slabs for the pigs and make sure you cover up that back end. Now once you've done that, you're going to once again add your glowstone or your block of choice on top of the dispensers. Then you're going to add your trapdoors in front of the glowstone and close it. Then you add your quartz right on top or any block of your choice. And you're going to repeat that one more time. And at this point, you're going to add some blocks right there. And you're going to add 5 pieces of spruce wood right in front on that corner. And glass in between. So add 4 blocks right there. 4 blocks of glass. And 5 blocks of spruce wood. Now, of course, once again, guys, we're going to continue with adding your buckets of lava, one inside each dispenser. Alright, now once you've done that, guys, you're going to add your 2 rows of glass right in front. So, of course, extend that from one end to the other. And repeat that one more time. Then you're going to add your half slab right there and extend that all the way straight down to the end. Then you're going to add your glass on top of that. And your oak wood planks right on top to give that nice trimming, guys. Now at this point, make sure you set it up to have all your pigs ready so you can put right on the top end here. It's looking good. It's looking good so far. Then you're going to add some blocks there. And once you're done, you're going to cover it up with some glowstone. And add a block right there. Just to really make it stand out. At this point, guys, we got 3 farms set up. Now we're going to start setting up the outside perimeter, right? Now, starting from there, guys, we're going to wrap it around with the correct cobblestone that I showed you earlier as far as the layout. And you're going to add 2 pieces of clay right there, or any kind of red block. Either clay or wool. And you're going to add some some quartz stairs, like so. You're going to do that 3 times. See? And over here, you're going to add 2 blocks of clay, add a stairs there, and a half slab. That's the only difference. Then at this point, guys, you're going to add 1 block right there. Now we're going to repeat the same exact pattern on the opposite end. So add your 3 stairs, like so. Add 2 blocks of stained clay. Add a half slab there. And a stair like so. Now at this point you're going to extend that right across and connect with it. And on top of it you're going to add a straight line of half slabs. See, we're starting to get the framework. Now over here you're going to add 2 blocks and 1 block there. Leaving a block in the center empty. So 1, 2, empty, and then 1, 2. See? And over here you're going to add a straight line right across. And over here as well, repeat the same process. Now, starting from there, you're going to add a straight line from one end straight down to the other. Then you're going to cover that up on top. And starting underneath here, you're going to add your half slabs just to give that extra trimming. See? Then starting from this corner there, you're going to add a block there and there, leaving a 3 block gap in the center. Now you're going to extend your stairs by 1 block outwards. And make sure to extend all that by 1 block outwards to really give some more detail. Add some more stairs there, there, and of course right there. Now this is the fun part and it's going to really make this pop out more. Right over here you're going to add a half slab there, there, and there. Leave that alone. And 1 right there. And put it on both corners. That's it. And over here, add your 1, 2, and 3 half slabs. And it's going to kind of give this awesome arch effect. And honestly, it looks great. Now you're going to add one piece of dirt there. You're going to add a half slab right in front of it. And your stairs on both sides and your trapdoor. And on top, you're going to add 3 stairs like so. So make sure that the stairs are curved on both ends. So let me repeat that again. Add your stairs in the middle, stairs on both sides like so. Add a piece of dirt in the center, a trapdoor, and 2 cobblestone stairs on both ends. You should have this look at this point. Sorry if I messed up earlier. I got a little distracted. Anyway, let's go over here. And what we're going to do is here, guys, we're going to extend this wall all the way down to the end. Perfect. At this point, we're going to extend all of this on one side straight across to the other, okay? So pause the video and extend this half of the build to one end. Now right over here, you're going to place some blocks and you can extend that all the way down to the end. Now once you've done that, you're going to add some stairs right there and extend that once again all the way down to the end to give that nice trimming. Now the cool thing here, guys, you're going to add some blocks there and we're going to repeat the same exact process because they're both the same exact format on both ends. And once again, pause the video if you have to, because we're just replicating both sides. Now once again, guys, we're going to extend this whole thing from one end down to the other, and you should have this look, alright? So you're going to replicate both sides. Now once we go all the way down to the end over here, and this gap here, that 6-block gap, you're going to place some glowstone like so, and some blocks of your choice to cover it up in the front. And some stairs right in front of it, because this is where we're going to put the mushroom cow farm, as I like to call it. Now right here in the back, guys, you're going to extend that forward a few blocks. And if you want, guys, even in the centerpiece here, add some glowstone. Why I say glowstone? Because it really makes it pop out more. It makes it bright, makes it come out more, but that's completely optional. Once you add your blocks, add some stairs like so. And the cool thing here, guys, what prevents the mushroom cow from leaving are these half slabs. Now, of course, at this point, pause the video, get the mushroom cow inside, which should be pretty easy with a leash or, you know, whatever way you want to use. Add some blocks there, cover that up with some carpet. Over here, all you have to do, guys, is add a dropper and a crafting table on top if you want to, with a button in front of it. Let me get down. A button right in front of that. And inside, you're going to add your bowls. There you have it, guys. It's literally that simple. Now we're going to start working on the chicken farm, which is right next to the pig farm. So we're going to cover this up with some blocks of your choice. And you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 upside down stairs. And add a straight line of stone brick, like I said, whatever block you want to use, right upwards. That's going to be the display unit. Then you're going to add another row right next to it. And in front of it, you're going to add your spruce wood right on top like so, all the way up to the edge. And you know what? Just extend it straight to the ceiling. And another block right there, and you're going to repeat this right over here, and once again replicate what we have on the other side, you see? All the way up till you hit the ceiling. Perfect. Now at this point, guys, we're going to get your dispensers ready, and you're going to add 2 dispensers right there. Now we're going to temporarily delete the blocks on the left hand side, just for now. And delete that block there and place a hopper going forward. Then you're going to place a half slab right on top of it and a large chest right there so that all the cooked chicken and feathers go right there. Now we're going to put these blocks right back. Now this is the fun thing. Alright, now right over here on that top dispenser, that's where you're going to add your 1 bucket of lava. And we're going to add some quartz or any kind of block right on top of it. And you're going to add 3 pieces of glass. Then at this point, guys, we're just going to cover this up like so. And place a block of your choice in front of it. And right over here, guys, you're going to add 2 blocks of pretty much oak wood planks and extend that from one end down to the other like so. See, to kind of give that nice effect. Now we're going to replicate the same thing on the other side and add the upside down stairs to really give that detail. Fantastic. Alright, now we're going to start working on the inside and get all the mechanics set up. So at this point, we need to go right inside and place a hopper going towards that dispenser. Place 2 hoppers going towards that first one. Place 1 on the side. And place 4 more going towards like so. Great. Now what I want you to do here, guys, is place some blocks of your choice right there. And place some blocks right over here. Now I'm using some quart blocks, but you could use any kind of block you want to use. I mean, it could be clay, it could be whatever. Sky's the limit. Now personally, guys, I like to cover this spot up just because I don't want any creepers or any kind of mob spawning in there. And it kind of makes everything really airtight, which personally I feel better and I like it that way. But it's pretty much your choice. Now you're going to place some more blocks right there because we're going to cover up this whole framework. So you're going to cover that up like so and extend that forward to kind of go with the rest of the trimming. Then you're going to add some carpet on top of the hoppers and some glowstone on top. And you're going to cover that back wall to make a nice solid piece. Then you're going to cover this top part right there in front of the glowstone and add some glass blocks in the center just so you can have a nice visual effect. Now guys, what I would highly suggest at this point is breaking some blocks right here on the top end and setting up the way so you can put all your chickens right inside. Okay, so at this point, set that up. You can put 2 of them and feed them. But whatever method you want to use, just make sure you put the desired amount of chickens inside. Then cover it up and bam, you should have this pretty much all done. Now to set up the reset button, we're going to go right over here. We're going to place the button there, delete 2 blocks, well 3 blocks deep, and delete the block right underneath the button. See? And that's where you're going to place your Redstone Dust at. Now you're going to go about 2 blocks inwards and you're going to make some kind of spacing like so and just kind of clear that out a bit because you're going to need that to really set everything up. Now you're going to delete that block, add a redstone torch there, delete 2 blocks right there, add a redstone torch right there, right underneath both dispensers, add a redstone dust there, add a block there with a repeater, and once you place that block in front of it, it's going to turn off that torch. And that's what's going to cause it to actually reset or retract the lava. Now let's put all these blocks back and put the floor back to normal. And as you can see, it's activated. Now once you press it again, it's going to retract it and you're good to go. Fantastic. Now we're going to set this up right back here. You're going to add a comparator right there to get the signal from the hopper. Add a block in front of it. Then you're going to add a redstone torch in front of that block. Right there. A block on top. Add another block there with some redstone dust on top of it. And a redstone torch there. You're then going to add a block right there with some redstone dust. And a block on top of that redstone torch. And now the entire system is ready, which is fantastic. Now right over here, we're going to add another replica that we did on both sides. And you're going to cover this up with some stone brick and you're going to make a nice wall right in front of here. Now, of course, guys, you want to cover up this back end and just pretty much make it airtight. You know, like I said, you don't want nothing spawning in there. And in all honesty, it makes it look nice. I mean, I love it. I love the feel I get from it. It really makes it authentic. Now, you're going to get some oak wood planks and you're going to place 2 right here. And add some stairs right there to continue the same pattern. And right over here, you know what? Let's delete these blocks on the top row and add the oak wood planks there as well to continue off the same trimming across each station. You see? Then right over here, guys, if you want, you can even add a few chests for storage, or you could decorate that little section to whatever you want. It's pretty much sky's the limit to what you want to do right there. Now, over here is where we're going to put the furnace. Now, we're going to cover this up with some oak wood planks, and we're going to make a nice wall. Now at this point, guys, I want you to delete this whole area and make it about 2 blocks deep. So you got this 3 long by 4 wide spacing that's 2 blocks deep. Now right there in the bottom, you're going to add 2 furnaces. You're going to add 2 droppers right over here. And just for now, we're actually gonna have to delete that and place a hopper there and 2 more hoppers, and then put back the furnaces. Apologize for that. Then you're gonna place a comparator right there, put a block, delete that, put a repeater right there, and 2 pieces of redstone dust. Then you're gonna add your block in front of the comparator, which is our miniature item elevator. Then in front of the furnaces, you're going to add 2 hoppers. And you're going to add 2 hoppers right on top like so. 1, 2. Now here, guys, you're going to add a large chest in front and a large chest on top. Now you can either use a trap chest or a regular chest. It's pretty much your choice. Then you're going to add some glowstone on both sides just to light up the whole area. And you're going to add a block there and there. And kind of extend this upwards. You want to cover all this up like so. And what you also could do is place a dropper right there on the side so that the items go directly into that last one. And a crafting table right there. Now at this point, you want to cover this floor up. Place some blocks right there. Fantastic. And we're going to add 2 cobblestone walls right there. Add some glowstone. And right here, you're going to add some some stairs like so. And you're going to put it in this format sideways on the edges so you can have this like kind of little venting working area. Now, add some oak wood planks with some stairs. Add some blocks over here in the back like so. And there you have it, guys. I mean, the design is literally complete. And if you want to, you can delete these 2 in the middle and add some cobblestone to give some nice contrast. And it goes nicely with the cobblestone fencing, the walls as they call it. Now right over here, guys, we're going to set up this whole little horse garage section over here by adding 3 fence right there and 2 outwards. Then you're going to add a fence gate with a pressure plate. Make sure they do not connect, okay? Make sure you have that spacing. Now you can leave it like that, or you could delete this right here on this side and add some spruce wood and extend that all the way up to the ceiling. And do it on that side as well to really give that nice detail. Then you're going to add upside down stairs right there to pretty much continue off the same trimming. And add some stairs right here as well if you want to. The reason I like the stairs is because it really gives that extra detail. Now over here you could have a crafting table and an anvil and make that like a nice little workstation. And to really add more detail, add some cauldrons with some water inside. And add a tripwire hook on top to make it look like it's part for the animals, you know what I mean? So what I did was I added that on in front of each spruce wood to really give that extra kind of barn effect. And give that little extra detail to really make it look more alive. And honestly, in my personal point of view, it really makes a world of difference. It gives you a different feel and it really brings it out. Now we're almost done, guys. We're going to add some blocks right here and we're going to extend it. Just like so, right there, with some half slabs right on top of it. From one end down to the other, like we just did. Now we're going to replicate that on the other end and do the same exact thing. Now once you've done that, guys, you're gonna place a glass block there. And what I did was I used some lanterns. You can use any kind of light source, glowstone, etc. And you're gonna wrap that around with some glass and create this exact effect, you see? Now at this point, just add your half slabs right on top. And all you have to do at this point, guys, is add a little carpet right there between the windows, and in the bottom windows, just add some glass, and the design is complete. And you're good to go. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember to please leave a comment and to click that subscribe button if you want to join. Thank you.